Hello students, good morning. Let us continue with our promotion process. In our earlier topics, we have studied about identification of business opportunities, conduct of feasibility studies, approval of name, and so other steps, among which one was preparation of documents, and we were preparing the memorandum of association. There we prepared the memorandum of association and fill all the clauses of the memorandum. Let's come to the articles of association. Article of association is also one of the most important document which is required for the incorporation, or I must say the registration of a company, and it is a subsidiary document to the memorandum of association. Means whatever is being said in the memorandum, how it will be completed, this is being told by the articles of association. That means the targets are fixed in the memorandum, and how these targets objectives will be fixed in the articles of association. The memorandum cannot be changed. Memorandum of association, the change is not possible in the memorandum of association, but according to the comfort, the article of association can be changed. So the next document is consent of proposed directors. Proposed directors means who will be the directors of business institutions, that means joint stock company. Those they will involve in the decision making process. Like I am saying that uh, in private company, minimum it can be started with 2 members, and public company it can be started with 7 members. These, let us find these 7 members, or let us find these 2 members who act as a directors. The person he who will agree to become as a director, he has to give in the writing, and she has to pay for the qualification shares. Qualification shares we have already discussed, means to become a director few number of shares are to be purchased. It is a compulsion. So for becoming a director, the person has to buy for a minimum number of shares. That is called the qualification shares. And this number should be mentioned in the articles of association. Now the next one is agreement. The next document will be prepared is agreement. The agreement with the managing director, who will be the boss of these directors. Agreement with that person, that managing director, either he will be a whole-time director or a manager, which is to be submitted to the registrar of companies. कोई भी person who is ready to act as a managing director, इसका भी एक document, means it will also be prepared in the writing, and this will be submitted to the registrar of the companies for the purpose of registration of a company. Now the statutory declaration. Statutory means कि something legal, that a declaration stating that all the legal requirements which were necessary for the formation of a company has been compiled or has been completed with the registrar of the company. Whenever you see a document, there in the last it is mentioned that I solemnly declare that the above given information is true according to my knowledge. Such kind of lines have been written. So this statutory declaration is that kind of declaration, and definitely it would be valid when it will be signed by an advocate or by a chartered accountant or a cost accountant or a company secretary. Means these four persons, when they will sign: a advocate, a chartered accountant, a cost accountant, or a company secretary, or any one of these four, then the declaration will be a legal document. Definitely, when we are going to register some company, or we are going to uh, becoming a company into joint stock company, a entity into a joint stock company, we have to register ourselves, we have to incorporate ourselves. A minimum fees will be paid, or that minimum fees will be, in the case of joint stock company, that minimum fees will be according to the authorized capital of a company. Again, I will recall you the authorized capital. The authorized capital means the maximum capital which a company can collect from the general public. तो उसका कुछ fixed percentage होता है. That fixed percentage will be given as a fees of the registration of a company. Now, it was few of the documents which were to be prepared by the promoters for the registration of a company. Now the next topic is position of promoters. Who are the promoters? The promoters were the person who is going to give a practical shape to your idea. Remember, they are not the agents, as well as they are not the trustees of a company. ऐसा नहीं कि उनका कंपनी, they are forming a company और उनका कंपनी की फॉर्मेशन के बाद जो है उनका कंपनी पर कोई राइट बन जाएगा. They are working on the behalf of company, but if they are not doing their work in a proper way, means they are making any contract with someone and there is some loophole in that contract, so they can be held liable for such kind of contracts. Promoters enjoy a fiduciary position. Fiduciary position means आप मेरी कंपनी फॉर्म कर रहे हो, दैट मीन्स आपको मेरे सारे सीक्रेट्स पता हैं. That doesn't mean कि you will disclose all these secrets outside in the outside world. No, you are not going to disclose these secrets. So promoters enjoy a fiduciary position. Means उन पर ऐसा हो कि उनके ऊपर विश्वास किया जा सके. The next one is promoters are not legally entitled to claim any expense. Means मैंने आपको काम करने के लिए कहा कि आप मेरे लिए ये काम करो. अब उस काम में को करने में जितना मर्जी खर्चा आए, I am going to pay you a fee. I am going to pay you a fixed charges. But after paying that kind of fixed charges, you cannot claim any expense from me. So this was a position of a promoter. Promoters, neither they are the agents nor they are the trustees. They enjoy fiduciary position with the company, but they are not legally entitled to claim any expense incurred in the process of promotion.